Alright. It is, oh shit, it's only 9:45. I thought it was like 11 o'clock. It's 9:45. And, partied over at April and Marty's place all night, and got in about 2 o'clock. Woke up. I've always been an early rise hangover guy, so I've been up since about 7:30. And they gave me some juice in my laptop and got everything charged, so I was able to get some videos moved over and pull some maintenance, write some letters to Rich, my mom, my sister, and Michelle. They said that they would charge me up, and actually, which is really fucking cool, Marty made a point of being like, dude, will you burn me video from the time that you met us, or from that day, you know, maybe the day before until, you know, now, or the time that we leave, because I really want to see how, you know, how we affected your trip, and where your trip was before, and where we, you know, what direction we sent you. So, I mean, that was really fucking cool. Most people, you know, could care less about it. And, you know, as I was sitting around the fire last night, Bob and I was just, you know, filming different things and looking at my camera and stuff, and I ran across the video of me shaving my head, and I didn't know that that was the video where I kind of started breaking down and really had a breakdown. And that was right before I met April and Marty. But, dude, he sat there for 20 minutes on a little screen with no, you know, no volume whatsoever, barely, and he busted his ass to try to hear what it was I was saying, and he was genuinely curious, and not in a freak show way. I could tell. He was like, dude, this is cool, man. This is like that fucking Survivor man that goes out and sets up his cameras. And, you know, it was just, it kind of, not like validated me or anything. It just made me feel good that I knew that this was for me. Here I go, emotion. I knew for me that this was important, that I needed my camera. I needed my Wilson. I needed my outlet, my you know, vehicle to be able to communicate with something. And I wanted to document every step of this process, and is the hard process, the good, the bad, the ugly, the naked, the bath, the everything. And yes, in the back of my mind, I would love to say that, you know, maybe someday, we'll put this all together and do a little documentary or something. You know, I don't have a desire to do that for income or for money or fame or power, but the beauty is in the breaking, and watching me break, and watching me heal, and watching me do that on my own, and watching other people come into my day and come into my life when I'm out here and affect me in good and bad ways. You know, bears, poachers, fucking, you know, Brian charging my batteries, Rich flaking off, and you know, going the other direction and not, you know, having that conversation with me. You know, everything that's happened has just been, you know, good old-fashioned life. And because I'm out here, or because I've chose to do this way, and so raw and so open and so woods, you know, so you know, with solitude and loneliness and everything, in such a brutal way, I don't think most people in their lives will ever have a chance to do something like this. And my life has been filled with chances to do things like this. And I've always done this or something like this before I concerned myself with conventional ways. Never, ever been concerned about money, and haven't for a long fucking time, because I had broken hearts and I had things that needed to be healed. And I tried a lot of different things and they didn't work. And this is something that, you know, was kind of at the end of the list. And so, you know, it's really cool that Bob was genuinely interested in the video. He was digging on it. He had comments to make, and he wanted to watch it. So for Marty to come up to me also earlier in that day and tell me, like, pull me aside, like, dude, man, will you do me a favor, and we can hook up all your shit, and we can move everything over, and I want that, and I want to see how we've affected your trip, and, you know, what you've had to say, and, you know, just what you're doing and what you're going through behind the scenes. And I'm sorry, but that makes me feel good. that makes me feel wanted. That makes me feel, even if somebody's watching it for the freak show, that means my freak show is worth watching. And my freak show is no different than anybody else's freak show in the world. So maybe what I'm doing and what I've set out to do, i.e. help myself, and in turn document it and help other people, maybe that's going to happen. Maybe that's what can happen out of all this. Maybe that's, I don't know, man. Maybe I go back and fucking, you know, have a film crew follow me around the rest of my life. I don't give a shit. You know, it's really cool. So, battery's flashing. I got no more juice. I used it all up. Everything they charged yesterday's now dead. But, so I'm thinking today, get up. We got that bacon left. We're going to do some bacon and eggs again this morning and tear up some juicy goodness, and we'll check in with you in a little bit. We've got, you know, enough juice in the battery to charge my camera again, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And then later on, you know, 1 or 2 or so, we'll cruise over to their camp and you know, see about setting up some stuff and moving that video over and, you know, letting them see that. And, you know, it'd be really neat to do that. So I'll check in with you a little bit later. Battery's dying, but love you, miss you, bye.